Hello, everybody. Let's talk. Okay, so up here in northern Michigan, we have an air quality issue because of, there we go, because of, let's talk. Because of, yep, I can't talk right now. Because of wildfires. Damn, I really can't talk right now. So this weekend, I was supposed to, really can't talk right now, have road cleanup in honor of Kirsten. We do the road cleanup. We're going to have to cancel that because well, of the air condition. Condition of the air is terrible. Um, so my apologies to everyone who was looking forward to going and doing the road cleanup and spending time seeing each other and everything, but I have to consider, everybody's health and well-being, including my own. It's nasty out there. I have a company across the street, and they have an open area. It's about 100 yards, and I can't see the trees on the other side of that 100 yards because the smoke is so nasty and thick here. So, so it's terrible. It is terrible. It's crazy. Um, so yeah, people are seeing 7 foot. Yes, you heard, 7 foot tall mantis type people. And then not only are they seeing them, but apparently they're these mantis type people are telepathically communicating with these people. Oh yeah, it's something that's happening out there. Now whether or not it's true, well, that's for each of us to determine on our own, right? Um, yeah, let me see if I can get a picture up here. Mantis people, right? Oh, I took my filter off, by the way. That doesn't mean I'm cured. It means I'm less crazy. Um, speaking of less crazy, I need people to want to be on my show. Still, my beans are cooking behind me. Yum. I can smell them. They're driving me crazy. They smell good. Um, but yeah, Manus people that are psionically communicating. Yep, that's nuts. Or is it? They've been saying for a while that we are not alone and they have been keeping information from us involving extraterrestrial encounters. By they, I mean, of course, government officials are finally admitting, NASA is finally admitting, everybody is out there saying, yes, this is happening. Um, like, subscribe, all that, please. I could still use some people over on Facebook. But that's one of the things in the news. uh, I'm going to the UP a week from tomorrow. And then a month later, I'm going to be going to North Carolina, well, actually to Tennessee, and then Kentucky, and onward to North Carolina. um, so, what else have we got in the news? Well, don't know if you've all heard, but World Cup is going to be the Spain, yeah, Spain and Argentina, 3 p.m. on the 19th. It's going to be the final. The battle for third place is supposed to be France and England. They're going to battle it out on Saturday. Then Sunday, Spain versus Argentina. So right now it's looking like France has the advantage on that one. And if we look at the final, it looks like Spain is the favorite to win. So, yeah, that's where that all stands. Like I said, not a whole lot on the news front, at least not anything on the news front worth covering, because there's some crazy stuff going on out there, but what is sane, right? What is sanity? Uh, let's see what my chats look like. Nothing there. And nothing. Oh, Rebecca. Hello, Rebecca. My niece Rebecca is watching me on Facebook. Um, I'm hoping my brother takes a look at what I've got because finished a couple of his books. Really liking his. He's a very good author. An amazing writer. I highly suggest that if you all get a chance to, try and find his. See if I can do this. I don't know if I can or not. Uh, There, let's see if this works. Okay. If you can, try and find my brother, Stuart Musselman, on Amazon. He's got some great books. Like I said, loving him, loving him. He's a veteran, and this is his way of reaching out. Uh, guess where I am, my niece says. So we're going to guess Florida. She also asked, "How are you?" Oh, you don't want to know, honey. Your Uncle David's going crazy, losing his mind. Not that, not that I'm so crazy I can't think, but my depression has been bad, and I have been having a rough time. Um, 25 years ago, on Monday, I received one of the worst, most terrifying calls that a parent can receive. Um, there are there are things you'd be surprised, I guess is what I'm trying to say, at what you can live through. 25 years ago on Monday is an anniversary of me receiving the call that my daughter had been killed by a drunk driver. She was 17 and a half. Now, a lot of you may understand that drunk driving is bad. I've always been against drunk driving. Um, but I firmly believe we have oversighted the importance of the idea behind drunk driving. I firmly believe that if somebody kills somebody while drunk driving, they should be, um, quite honestly, they should be charged with first degree murder because they have been told time and again, do not drive drunk, right? We know that if we drive drunk, there is a possibility we're going to get into an accident. We are going to kill somebody. That, to me, is premeditation. And that, to me, is what we should be charging these idiots with. Now, when my daughter was killed by a drunk driver, and I don't care who knows, I like speaking the truth, but the drunk driver in question, the police officers in question, they didn't care. What do I mean they didn't care? I mean the police officer told the guy who refused to get a breathalyzer that he was too drunk to drive. So they took him home. They didn't take him to jail. He killed my daughter because he was too drunk to drive, and they took him home. Now, of course, you're probably thinking, well, you should have a lawsuit, right? I should have. We should have. But unfortunately, when a man and woman are married and they have uh, children from previous marriages, and then they divorce, those children from previous marriages are technically not their problem. Kirsten was, I raised her whole life. Um, Kyle was, goodness, Kyle was not even two. Let's see. Yeah, Kyle was about 18 months. So Kirsten was just over 2 years old when I came into her life. So she was my daughter for a long time. And her mother chose not to pursue any sort of legal ramifications against the police or against the asshole who took my daughter. Hi, my brother. My brother Michael just showed up on the chat. Uh, no, the driver was never charged with anything. He was never taken to jail. He was never charged. He got away with murder. And that's why I believe firmly that we should have premeditation as the premeditated murder if you kill somebody drunk driving. Period. Uh, if you know before you get into that vehicle, you know that there's a chance that you could kill somebody. That's premeditation. You're using for a weapon a vehicle, a very, very powerful vehicle to kill somebody. They killed my daughter and they got away with it because he was, quote, too drunk to drive, but the police officer knew him, so they took him home. So corruption doesn't automatically take you to the top of our government. It's at all levels. Speaking of corruption at all levels, um, what about, all this wonderful stuff going on in our federal government right now? Everybody is up in arms because they won't pass. Well, Trump won't sign the laws, and they won't pass the SAVE Act. Uh, and now Lindsey Graham has passed, and his sister is going to fill in for him. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure how that works. Um, this is a elected official, and I know, they need to replace him with an elected official. But I don't think his sister qualifies as an elected official. No offense. Maybe she's wonderful, a wonderful choice for his replacement. Or maybe she's not. Uh, my opinion, I think that perhaps the President of the United States should be the one to replace anybody who dies during their time. For an intern, I don't care who the president is, which side the president is. I think the president of the United States should be the one to choose who gets to step up. I mean, if Mitch McConnell dies tomorrow, it's my belief the president should be the one choosing who replaces Mitch temporarily. And it should be based on, you know, it should be based on the political outlook of the one who is being replaced. I believe that a Republican should replace a Republican and a Democrat should replace a Democrat. I believe that it should be that way to keep the balance until such time as somebody else can be voted in. I'm rambling. Maybe people don't agree with me, but we'll see. Um, I like having everybody here. Like I said, now if I could just get somebody here, I could talk to somebody besides myself. Or if y'all could follow me, subscribe, all that. I'm getting all kinds of feedback in the chat on Facebook today. I'm very happy about that. Here's a glimpse of that. Look at all the people talking to me. Yay! I'm somebody. Um, but I digress a little bit. I am start a law in her name and honor. Yeah, okay. Well, I think that's a great idea, my dear Becky. Um, problem is getting people to jump on board. I did actually try to get somebody to do something back when this happened, and I'm not talking about her family, her mother and such, but I'm talking about I tried to get a hold of um, some of our elected officials, and nobody wanted to touch it. Nobody wanted to take the initiative, which isn't surprising. They don't want to pass the SAVE Act because they can't cheat. They don't want our esteemed governor here in Michigan doesn't want federalization uh, of our election process because they can't cheat. You know, it's already been proven they cheated. It was already proven they cheated in 2020, they cheated in 2022, and now they're upset because the president wants to make sure they don't cheat again. We want to make sure you don't cheat again. Stop cheating. But yeah, elected officials are not elected officials until they clean up this. Michael just told me that Trump did recommend his sister. Thank you, Michael. Uh, I wasn't saying that she wasn't a good choice. Like I said, I just said that I think that the idea of putting it in the hands of of a governor is kind of probably not the best idea. That's all. Yeah, they're trying to make it so we have fair elections, and they don't want fair elections. I'm constantly yelling at people, go vote. Throughout my whole adult life, I've been telling people, you can't tell me anything about the government if you don't go vote. You can't complain about the government if you don't go vote. I've been telling people this for years. And now they cheated so bad over the past few elections that I'm just like, what? What? Maybe they're right. Maybe these people who have chose not to vote are right, and we have no say in the government. Well, you know what happened the last time people in North America, in what is now the United States, do you know what happened the last time that they weren't allowed a say in their government? It was 250 years ago, and they took a say in their government. So, how many of you have heard of the idiot in Florida who's running for a Senate seat, I believe? And he's going to not only trash our current establishment, but he's going to put a video. He put a video on his social media saying, I am a U.S. Marine and I'm proud to be a U.S. Marine, but I think, and then threatens the life of the President of the United States. Literally threatened the threatened the life of the United States President. What? How do you get away with that? I don't care if you're a Marine or not. If I were to say that I wanted someone to die, and I have no desire for anyone to die, not even people who probably deserve it, I'd be arrested. There'd be no there'd be no temporary sanity thing. I'd just do not pass go. Let's go to jail. You know. Why this guy got away with it is beyond me. Uh, I would share his video, but I really don't want to give him any credit. Uh, his if you all want to look up um, his video, his name is where is it? William Upham. William Upham. Let me just do a search for him. Um, but his name is spelled. Let's see if I got this here. That's him, William Upham. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Look at his video. He's insane. I am a Christian. I am a firm believer in God, and I do believe that the Bible has warned us of what's to come. But I don't believe this idiot. This, I mean, arrest him. Somebody, somebody arrest him because he's insane. He needs help. And now I will get rid of that because honestly, I don't want to give him any credit, like I said. Like, subscribe, and all of that. Please to all of my formats. Um, Especially, the YouTube one. I need more subscribers. Uh, and I need guest stars. If you want to be a guest star, get in touch with me. I'd love to have you. I'd love to be able to, have a straight out conversation about some of these topics. Heck, we can talk about cooking. I got my beans cooking right here. We can talk about cooking. We can talk about pets. We can talk about idiots in the government. We can talk about McDonald's just quietly released two new first of their kind sandwiches. What? Um, McDonald's has brought in honey brown butter biscuits to their breakfast sandwiches. Honey brown butter biscuits. Oh God, those sound good. Um, However, I'm diabetic. Um, so they're also doing the hot honey. Everybody's into the hot honey right now. Everybody's into hot. I don't get it. No offense, but if I want sweet, I want sweet. If I want hot, I want hot. I don't want my hot to be sweet or my sweet to be hot. I want my sweet to be salty. Does that count for anything? Hi, got a cat behind me. That was my Fasa. Mufasa. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to say love to all. One last check of the only um, chat I have going, which is in um, Facebook chat. Nothing new to report there. So we're going to say love to all. I probably will be on tomorrow at some point. I hope to be. But love to all. I will talk to you later. And remember, check on your family. They're important. Talk to them. Remind them that they have things worth waking up for. Love to all, and try and stay out of the smog. We'll talk to you.